All right, everyone, we're gonna get started. Board, can I have you all here in this area? Awesome. All right, quick announcement. If you're a project manager or a tech lead, we get you in the front row. Or front couple of rows. Fantastic. All right, everyone. Welcome to JumboCode. Well, JumboCode GIM. I now understand why professors are like, what the heck, I only see your eyes. Because yeah, it's really bizarre. This is my first time presenting to a bunch of masked people. So it's gonna be something interesting. All right, welcome. Can I get a raise of hands if you're a freshman? Amazing. All right, sophomores. Very nice. Juniors. Yeah, seniors. Rough. Okay, well, welcome. We're so happy to have you. So today we're going to talk about what JumboCode does, what projects we're working on this year, and we're going to introduce you to some of the awesome people that are making the magic happen. So let's get started. Yeah, so our mission, if you're not familiar, we help communities, we help nonprofits in our area, and we build them software. So we're teaching our students, we're helping people in the world, real people, and getting real life experience. And you should be super excited to participate in that. And I'm gonna give it to you.
Got it. Okay. So since JumboCode started, and I think 2015, 2016, we've worked with a ton of really awesome organizations who are fighting for causes that we as a club support and believe in. These projects on the board that you see here are only really a handful of the web applications and mobile applications we've delivered to clients, but you should definitely check out our website where we have some more of those projects listed. But here, for example, Occur is in the bottom left, is one of the organizations we worked with last year. Luke was actually a tech lead, and they are a nonprofit based in California who work to provide resources and opportunities for people in marginalized communities. So that's just an example. We have some tough space groups here, Animal Aid, Ears for Peers, but definitely check out our website to see some more of this.
Oh, okay. I'm back. All right, yeah, I'm Ksenia. I'm the president. I do all things JumboCode. So if you ever have any questions, you can reach out to me, reach out to anyone on the board. Literally anytime you see me on campus, just be like, yo, I want to learn more, or I want to talk about anything. So that's what I do. I make all of this happen. Passing it on to the next person.
Hi, I'm Luke. I'm the head of engineering for JumboCode this year. I'm a junior. I've been on JumboCode on like a team when I was a freshman and a sophomore. Super excited to be on the board this year and work with all of you. What I do as the head of engineering is basically providing like technological and coding support to individual JumboCode teams beyond like what you do inside your team. So if your team has issues that like you want to talk to somebody outside the team about, you would go to me for advice, and I would also just be happy to talk to all of you about anything engineering related or otherwise at any point.
Hello, this mic is so high, I'm so short. Okay, hello, my name is Becca. I use the she, series pronouns. I am one of two co-heads of project management, which means that my primary role in JumboCode is supporting the PMs, the project managers, who are some of these lovely people in the front row who you'll meet shortly. That being said, even though that was my primary role, I've also been a PM and I've also been a developer. So if anyone has any questions about that, as I'm sure you're getting the trend, feel free to talk to me as well. I also just love to talk in general. I'm also on the board of Wix, so if anyone is interested in Wix, talk to me about that. No one else seems to be saying their fun facts, but I'll say them. I really like hair dye and coffee, and Mean Girls is based on my high school. Thank you very much.
Theo, do you want to try and speak and see if we can hear you? Theo is a nice fish out here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
What's up? Hi everyone, I'm Theo. Unfortunately couldn't be there in person because I got COVID, so here I am at home. But yeah, I'm the other head of project management with Becca. I'm really excited to work with all the PMs and We've been working on the projects and they're going to be really exciting for all of you. I am also a former developer. My freshman and sophomore year, I played basketball here at Tufts. I love hiking, and this past winter, I spent 3 months in South America. So that's a little bit about me, and I can't wait to meet you all.
Awesome. Great to hear from you, Theo.
Feel better.
Hey everyone, my name is David Gant. I'm a senior. I'm the head of operations this year. I was a developer last year, and last year was actually my first year on JumboCode. So if you're a junior or senior and you're just getting into it, there's totally time to still get super involved. I am a philosophy and CS major, and I'm on the rowing team here at Tufts, and I'm a huge Ravens fan. So if anyone out there is a Ravens fan, definitely say hello. But yeah, if you have questions about anything, definitely feel free to reach out to me about whatever.
Hello guys, my name is Lucas Mary. I use the he series pronouns. I'm the head of communication here. I am a sophomore, and a little bit about me. I play club soccer. I'm the goalkeeper for the club soccer team, and I play a little bit of piano. And little fun facts, I got my driver's license last semester. So don't trust me with your heart.
Hello, I'm Jennifer. I use the She series. I'm the head of design, so all the designers can come ask me for help, and I'll also be hosting like workshops throughout the semester. About me, I have a singing account, shameless plug. I also like playing guitar, and I also really like driving. And fun fact, Jim and Ryan from The Office went to my high school. So, oh, they're actors, did not the actors.
Imaginary friends.
What's up? I'm Kunal. I'm a junior. I'm the co-head of client management. About me, from the Bay Area. I'm on the squash team here. Last year, I was a developer. Fun fact, I'm a Memphis Grizzlies fan. If anyone else is a Memphis Grizzlies fan? No? All right. Yeah, that's it.
Hello again, I'm Grace. I am co-head of client management along with Kunal. I was a developer last year, and a few things about me. I like to dance, hike, and play volleyball. And I also have over 30 first cousins. So. Family reunions are fun.
Alrighty, so if you're like, oh, what the heck am I in for? I will tell you a little bit about our project structure. So quick overview before we get into the breakdown. Projects are a year long, a year meaning 2 semesters, so not actually a year long, so it does include the summer, but it is a 2-semester commitment. There's kind of 2 different ways to look at it, from the designer perspective and from the developer perspective, which are kind of the 2 potential roles that all of y'all will be potentially applying for. So for the designer, they are kind of in charge of making the entire UI for their web app, mobile app, whatever it is that the project is making. So they will, with the support of their PM, start in the planning process. So what is this app? Who are we trying to reach? What are we trying to build? What features does it need? From there, it'll move into a kind of UI, UX prototype. We use a lot of programs for this, stuff like Figma, if anyone's ever heard of it, and similar programs. While this is all going, parallel stuff is happening on the developer side, but from there, it goes into revisions, make it better, user testing, make sure that the population you're building for actually likes it and it makes sense, and then eventually the final product. On the developer side of things, still starts with planning, although a slightly different type of planning. You have to learn and you have to build, and then you build some more, and then you learn some more. And eventually you'll end up with what we call an MVP, which is a minimum viable product. It's like the smallest thing it could possibly be while still being a real product. They'll keep building more user testings. The users want to make sure the product makes sense. But eventually you'll end up with the final product, which will be handed off to the client around May, sort of towards the end of spring semester. And that is what you were in for. It's very exciting.
We will take questions after all of this if anything doesn't make sense.
So how do you get involved? As Becca said, we have 2 different roles, developer and designer. So after this, or after a little later when you get the links, you can fill out the application, and then If you're selected, you get put in a project, and then you can meet with your PM, your tech lead, the rest of your team. And from there, you'll just like learn, build, code, design. And then around April, May, that's when you can hand it off to the nonprofit.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about all the different projects in JumboCode. Jackson, you can come up, I think, do this first. Yeah, so you're going to learn a little bit about each of the projects that we have for the coming year. Jackson's going to take you through the first one, which is the Chancellor University Bridge Initiative. Today, yeah.
Should I just?
Take it away, Jackson.
No, just push
Yeah,
this
that
button.
would
Yep.
be incredible. Hi, everyone. My name is Jackson Parcells, and I'm the PM for Tuppet, the Tufts University Prison Initiative. And then
I'm Tyler. I'm the tech lead on this project with Jackson.
yes, and actual introductions will be on the next slide, please. So again, I'm Jackson. I'm the project manager. I'm in the class of 2023, which means I'm a junior. I study computer science, and in my free time also enjoy economics a little bit. Hobbies of mine, I like to play chess, although for those of you that know what a chess rating is, I am 1,000 rated, which means I am not that great. I play Mario Kart Wii. I used to play it semi-competitively, so I love it. And I take 23-minute naps almost on the daily. So that's me.
Again, I'm Tyler Thompson. I'm a sophomore studying computer science and minoring in engineering management. My hobbies include Wii Sports Resort. Specifically, I really love ping pong, really love wakeboarding, and then I also do really well at golf. In addition, I backpacked far too much. This summer I backpacked through Colorado, and now I'm losing my 2 big toenails.
That's amazing. So what's our client? Tuppet sounds pretty cool, right? So Tuppet is really involved with bringing Tufts faculty and also you all, the students, together with incarcerated and formerly incarcerated people. It also has like the incarcerated facilities and the faculty that involve that get involved with us as well. So a lot of what Tuppet does is they're trying to provide accessible education to those that have been incarcerated and kind of equalize the playing field for when they get out. So I feel really passionately about this client. I think Tyler does as well. I hope all of you do as well. Next slide, please. So, not this slide, last slide. Okay,
Sorry.
the slide, perfect. So, what is the project? We're going to be building a web app that's very similar to Tufts SIS. So, effectively, the game here is that we want to build something similar to SIS that instead of just being SIS, we'll be able to track the incarcerated students' progress at both Bunker Hill Community College and the Tufts University bachelor's. So this is a 2-year program, and then they finish a 3rd year here to get both an associate's and a bachelor's. So what we're trying to build is something so that the Tuppet administration is able to effectively monitor both degrees. Cool. So here's our solution. Again, it's going to be very similar to SIS. It's a clean, modern web app. Our main things that we're thinking of for the MVP, profile for each student and information for each student associated, course requirements fulfilled at each school, admin access for tracking the students and the course information, and then degree requirement monitoring as well. And Tyler will take it away with our beautiful tech stack.
This is what our tech stack looks like. It's pretty run-of-the-mill front end. We have Next.js and React. On the back end, we have Django and Postgre. We're going to be contributing to our code base through GitHub and posting on Heroku.
Beautiful. If all of this was really confusing and you're looking at this and you're like, Django, that's a movie. That's totally fine. We're happy to teach it to you. And that's what we want to do. So if you don't know what any of these things are, totally fine. I didn't know what any of these things were, but you'll learn. That's the whole part of this club. So please, even if you look at this and you're like, I have no idea what any of this is, I shouldn't apply, I'm scared. That's what we're here for. So please still apply and we are happy to teach you. And then some fun perks of joining. You can't see it through the mask, but you'll make Tyler and I smile a really big smile.
We will squint our eyes at you to indicate that we're smiling.
You'll learn the exclusive and secret team dance. Tyler and I have been developing this for all of 8 hours now, and it's pretty cool. That's all I'm gonna say. So super big perk. Overcooked is a game. Tyler is very good at it. I am not. So it'll be fun to play with us still, hopefully. Team runs, possibly. We both ran, so you can run with us. At this point, you can probably tell we're just trying to get you to apply. But also lots of team bonding and great learning opportunities. So yeah, that's something. Please let me know if you're interested. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me or Tyler. We are happy to answer any and all questions. Hope to see your application. That's great.
All right, hey everyone, my name is Adam and I'm the project manager for the Bergen Family Center project.
I'm Malay. I'm the tech lead for the Bergen Family Center project.
Yeah, this is us again. So I'm the project manager. We're gonna switch this next time around. Yeah, so I'm the project manager, and then a little bit about me. I am a CS and biology major. I play violin and guitar. I'm pretty into hiking and I rock climb as well. I'm not good at Mario Kart like Jackson. I drink a lot of tea. And yeah, that's pretty much it about me.
So I'm a computer science major. And a minor in economics. I guess in my hobbies, I like reading. I like playing golf, tennis, and like Becca, I'm also a huge coffee addict. So we got to work on that.
Yeah, sweet. So who is the Bergen Family Center? So they're a nonprofit group based in the Bergen County, New Jersey. And they're a community group and they work with basically a lot of different aid groups and things like that in Bergen County. So they reach about 5,000 plus people a year. And, you know, they'll have things for children. So they'll have different programs for children, like learning programs. They'll have things for adolescents. They'll help people who've just got out of college find jobs. They'll help victims of sexual abuse, or they'll also do things for the elderly, like, you know, caregiving and things like that. So they reach a bunch of different people and do a lot for the community. And then if you want to switch it. But the problem is they reach all these different communities and they have all these different aid groups that they're dealing with, and they're just really unorganized in the way they do their things. So to join an event, sometimes you have to call somebody, sometimes you have to write an email, sometimes you have to fill out a form, sometimes you fill out a Google form. So it's just not organized in any sense. And you can't find information about these events. And it's a bit of a mess right now. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a web app that helps to organize all of these different events so that people can sign up for them. They can, you know, find the different divisions that they want to be looking for. They can find things that apply to them. And then people can, you know, get notifications about these events if there are updates. So people don't have to just, you know, call everybody that is applying, all these 5,000 people across all these different divisions. So that's the main goal of the Bergen Family Center project.
Okay, so for our tech stack, we're going to be using a framework called Next.js. So again, like nobody may know what these things are. That's fine. Like as they said before, we're here to learn. But it's basically a framework that allows us to create pages that are really complex and kind of cool and what we see on the internet. And it's really easy for people to learn and get up to speed real quick. For our backend, we're going to be using Firebase, which is basically a backend that allows us to integrate features such as phone in, sign in, using Google accounts, different other types of accounts to sign in and sign up for events. So you kind of get that complexity to the back end with kind of easy integration with our front end framework. So it's going to be easy to learn and you're going to build something really cool with a lot of complex features. And then just kind of normally just for version control. So we can each work on different things, different pages. We're going to be using GitHub to sync those together and then Heroku to launch our platform.
Yeah, and then I think like Jax was saying, reasons to join us. Not the Harry Potter. We don't have a slide. Yeah, but we're also gonna do different bonding. So I'm gonna try to make dinner or breakfast for everybody. We're gonna do mini golf. Super open to ideas. Maybe I'll steal some from Jackson because those are great. But yeah. All right. See you guys.
Great.
Hi, everyone. Instead of running into the same problem that happened before. I'm the PM. My name is Anne Marie. I use she series pronouns. I'm a senior studying computer science and arts and sciences, not engineering, because no one wants to take engineering classes. My hobbies include things reading, sleeping, working out, singing, embroidering, and making new Spotify playlists. So if you like doing any of that, let me know.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily. I use she series pronouns. I'm a junior majoring in cognitive and brain sciences. I like hiking and biking and generally being outdoors. I love reading, cooking, and crocheting.
Yeah, so our project is the Heron Project. The Heron Project is a national nonprofit. They provide free resources and support recovery and prevention of substance use disorder. So they're like support groups. They provide like treatment assistance and the like. They also partner with schools across the country, empowering students to make healthy choices and bringing positive awareness to substance abuse. So the problem is the schools that they partner with, they receive club booklets and activity sheets. So it'll be like physical boxes of like papers and stuff like that. And they want a way to distribute this in a more interactive way so students can interact with the modules and the stuff that they provide feedback on it, comment on it, rate the modules and everything. So our solution will be a web application. There will be two portals. So the admin portal will allow the Heron Project team to upload learning modules for students to access. The user portal will allow students to comment, rate, and view these modules. And then admins can also add, delete modules and also the student comments.
So here's our tech stack. For our front end, we'll be using React and Next.js. And then for the back end, we'll be using Prisma and Postgres. And then we'll host our code base on GitHub. Like what's been said before, if you don't recognize any of these technologies, that's totally fine. As long as you're willing to learn, we will provide you with tons of resources and help you at every point along the way.
Thank you for the enthusiasm. I love it. So all of the JumboCode projects are great, but ours is the best. Why is that? Well, you'll be working. You will be working on an impactful and meaningful project to support and help a nonprofit. You'll learn a lot. As you said, you don't need to know any of this stuff. It's totally cool if you're starting out. We all started somewhere, like we didn't know any of this before. So you'll learn a lot. Emily and I both worked on animal aid last year, and we definitely learned a lot of technical skills as well as other skills. Meet new people, work with an inclusive group, and make new friends. We're awesome. So
I'm sorry.
We'll do team bonding. So everyone said they're going to do bondings. We'll do pizza. We'll play games, watch movies, literally anything you want. If you have any ideas, like we can go into Boston, we can lawn together. Unless it's like super cold and freezing, not gonna do that. But if you have any ideas, and we'll have so much fun this year. As I said, we just want to have like a really fun time and have a really inclusive, supportive, and collaborative group, and just learn a lot and have fun together.
Questions later.
Hey everyone, we're presenting the 826 Boston project. A little about me. My name is Vicky. I'm currently a junior and I'm double majoring in computer science and psychology. Outside of JumboCode, I am from Shanghai and I love singing, piano, and doing acapella. And yeah,
My name is Karen. I'm a senior. I'm studying CS. In my free time, I'm usually either watching the Premier League, eating out. I don't know, just sleep also. So probably if I don't pick up my phone, that's fine.
So our project is 826 Boston, and you may ask, what exactly is this organization? Well, it is a nonprofit writing, tutoring, and publishing organization where students from grade K to 12 and beyond can share their stories, amplify their voices, and develop as leaders in school and life. That sounds pretty abstract. So let's get into the more concrete things. So it provides programs such as after-school writing and tutoring program, creative writing workshops, and summer camps, and many more. And for our project, we're going to be focusing on the after-school writing and tutoring programs. So what is the problem exactly? So our client, 826 Boston, it has 6 centers across Boston, 8 teams, and over 5,000 students. That sounds like a lot. And what happens usually for these after-school programs is that student volunteers will sign up for these sessions, and then they will attend. Well, for the sign-up system, our client already has a system that they use something to track everyone sign up, either the volunteer or the students. But well, now that you signed up, how am I supposed to know that you've actually attended your session? Has the student actually went to the session, or did they ditch? So that's where the problem lies. And we cannot efficiently track students and volunteers' attendance. And that's where we as JumboCode comes in. So our solution will be a web app where students and volunteers check in as they attend sessions. So basically what happens is, well, when a student sign up for a session, their sign up information and their information will be logged into the Salesforce database of our client. And after that, when the student is attending their sessions, they will use our web app to kind of log into that session, and therefore that information is going to be transmitted back to the Salesforce database. So it's kind of like a way for our client to get to know, okay, you signed up for this session, and now we know that you've actually went to the session.
In terms of our tech stack, much like what a lot of other people have said, we're using React on the front end. It's not here on the slide, but on top of React, we're going to be using Next.js as the React framework, and so that should be able to allow us to build like a very modern web app that also will be able to adjust to mobile phones. On the back end, kind of to communicate with Salesforce, we're going to be using a Node.js Express server, and that'll allow us to kind of update Salesforce as well as get information from it, because that's the database that the client wants us to use. GitHub, we're going to use that to host all our code, as well as kind of like give feedback on the code that you're writing. And then at the end, we're going to work with Heroku just to deploy it. As basically every group has said, no experience needed. Just come with a great attitude, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah. And we'll also be doing bondings. We'll get boba. That's better than pizza. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much.
All right, so I'm a project manager. I'm Ava. I'm a comp sci major, and I'm also minoring. I'm poli-sci and art. And my fun fact is my top Spotify. I use Apple Music. I know, gross. Artist was Taylor Swift, and I listened to a whopping 63 hours of her music. I'm fun.
I'm Max. I am a senior studying CS and math. Sad. I'm not very good at math, but pastel was kind of a blessing. And my top Spotify artist of 2020 was Elton John, and I don't actually know how many hours, but it was probably a lot.
All right. So so the nonprofit that we're going to be designing this web app for is the Food Brigade. So the Food Brigade is a food bank, and they kind of started off last year, and they officially got their status, I think last October. And basically what they do is they're based in New Jersey, and they provide both kind of non-perishables and groceries, as well as ready hot meals to just a bunch of people and families in New Jersey. And either people can go pick up, like they like place an order on their website and they can either go and like pick up like orders at specific locations, or they have volunteers drive out and like deliver basically what the people ordered. And that's their mission statement, basically to ensure that no child or adult goes hungry and just really just account for everyone, even if they don't just fit in regular like kind of government like program, like food programs. All right, so the problem in big ass letters because I'm dramatic. So basically, with kind of things getting larger, they're kind of having a lot of trouble kind of keeping track of their inventory and making sure like people place the orders that they want and like kind of just all like that sort of logistical stuff that like comes in with running a food bank, with like making sure like the actual like we have enough inventory to give out and making sure that we actually give out the right thing and blah 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 and all that sort of stuff. And this is where we come in. Yay! So basically what we're doing is we're creating a web app that's kind of split into two types of users. So first we have the admin interface that's basically going to be for the food bank. And it's going to consist kind of a login page and then the inventory page where they can kind of modify the inventory that's available and like what can be like picked up or delivered. They have a list of all the orders that were made and all the active orders and just a place to kind of manage all of that sort of thing, like all that stuff. And then
we also have the user interface, which is the second type of user. And obviously they need to be able to sign in, sign up for the site, register for the site, and also be able to place orders and add their dietary preferences or any sort of like allergies, that kind of stuff that they need, and also their delivery options. So what does an MVP look like for this, for basically our web app? So like we said before in the slide before, a user and admin interface is pretty essential. Having that inventory page so that people can, so that both the users and the food brigade can track orders, pending and active orders page, and managing orders and a completed orders page. So that's kind of what an MVP looks like. Like as we talk to the client more, it'll change, but that's kind of what that is. And then we have our minimum lovable product, which is where we like what we kind of want to be able to do. And that's to edit existing active orders and email notifications. And then our blue sky is like, can we like, is this heaven? And the ability to export completed orders on a spreadsheet. So we might not get there, but we hope we do with your help. And our tech stack, we're going to use Python using Django as our backend with MySQL, and then deploy it on Heroku and probably React as our front end. But we're very, we don't like JavaScript very much. So if you don't like JavaScript, join our team because we're going to be using as little of it as possible.
also, perks of joining our team as well, you get to enjoy a bunch of niche shit posts on Coldplay. And also, I like to stress bake, so you might benefit from that habit as well. And I might bring a bunch of fun baked goods, and obviously we'll do lots of fun bonding. Woo!
Oh yeah, all right, so, hi guys, my name's Alec, I'm the project manager for the video game program. Ignore this picture, I was too lazy to find one, so it's pretty cool. But I'm a junior studying data science at QuantiCon. Some fun facts about me, I don't know, I'm from Dallas, I listen to country music, and I'm a Cowboys fan, so for the one person in here that's interested in the same thing, you can come talk to me.
That's it.
Hello, I'm Abe Clark. I'm the tech lead for our project. I'm in the class of 2023. I study computer science. Fun fact, I was in quarter more in that picture. Yeah.
So what the PD Green program is essentially batches volunteers with people who are incarcerated or formerly incarcerated. And a lot of the volunteers come from like universities like Tufts, MIT, Harvard, blah, 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 and also the local Boston community. And so the main problem they are currently having is that the volunteers can't get matched or are unable to get to the locations to volunteer. And so what the admins at the PD Green program have to do is manually kind of match the volunteers with the people who are driving them. And so kind of the solution that we're coming up with is kind of an interactive map. And so currently what's happening is that admins have to manually match addresses on where the volunteers are located. And so essentially the idea is to come up with a map that kind of visualizes this and makes that process a lot easier. And there are a lot of other specifics, but we'll talk about those later.
Okay, so for TechSec, so at this point, you guys are pretty much familiar with all these. Yeah, we're gonna use Next.js and TypeScript for the front end. And for our backend, we're gonna use Express and MongoDB. Yeah, for the backend. And like, we're gonna use GitHub to deploy and like share our code.
And Heroku for deployment, but that's boring. We don't have a why our team page, but you guys should just join us for obvious reasons. So, thank you very much.
What's up, guys? I'm TR. Do look at my picture. I was in Maine on my gap semester in that picture, having a blast. I use any pronouns. I am a senior studying comp sci and English. I finished my comp sci major recently. Please clap. 3 things about me. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I love it there. Greatest city on earth. If you're going, let me plan your trip. I'm really good at cooking eggs. It was my quarantine talent that I gained. I taught myself to fry the perfect egg. And I took a gap semester and I went to IBM and it was really cool and fun.
Hi everyone, my name is Zayed. I promise you I had a picture there, but I'm part of the class of 2022, majoring in computer science. 3 things about me. I'm from Abuja, Nigeria. I love to play and watch soccer and basketball, sports and all. And I love to watch anime. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Simply Smiles is a really amazing organization that I learned about recently, but they build and then run foster villages in Oaxaca, Mexico, and on the Cheyenne River Reservation, which is in South Dakota. It allows children who are unable to stay with their birth parents to not be adopted out of their home communities. They're able to stay in like a culturally appropriate setting. Simply Smiles also pays full-time mental health trained, trauma-informed, culturally appropriate foster parents to watch over these children, and has even like funded scholarships for the ones who decide to go to university after they age out. So it's not like they're abandoning these kids when they turn 18 either. It's a really great organization. I believe it in a lot. But what they need is the way the foster parents like provide for the kids is they buy groceries, school supplies, what have you, and then they get reimbursed by admin. And they need a more convenient way to upload their receipts and everything. So we're going to build an iOS app for them, and then we're also going to build a web interface for the admin to review these expenses, download them, etc. Which is really cool. If you are interested in iOS, or you're interested in web, or you're really indecisive, we're the perfect project. Yes, and then we'll also have password, username, password, etc. But that is the gist.
All right, our tech stack as we have MongoDB for the database, React Native, since we're building an iOS app. We have Node.js and Node.js for the web app for admin, GitHub for file collaboration, and your regular HTML, CSS, JavaScript for the web app also. As CR said, we're working on an iOS app and the web app, so that's definitely one of the perks of joining us. You get to do whatever you want.
And I typed out a perk slide and then I got shy. I thought it came out dorky, so I'm just gonna tell you verbally. Hey, we are both TAs. We know a ton of people in this department, and I notoriously love to gossip about the comp sci department. Every meeting is a bonding meeting. If you've worked with me as a TA and you liked it, please go tell everybody in this room how much you liked it.
It was great. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yes. another perk, I am also addicted to coffee. I keep nice coffee at my house and you can come over and hang out with me. Or I hereby solemnly swear every time I get a table at the sink this year, my team will know. You want to come sit at the sink? Watch out for texts from me. It's gonna be so great.
We can watch anime together.
We, long story short, are the best project leads.
Oh my
in the room. You know, love working with us, and we also are going last, so nobody's gonna have anything else to say. Join Simply Smiles. Thank you.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the application. So standard kind of club application. These are the links, but you do not need to just take a picture of them. They will be available on our social media, and we will send out an email if you're on our mail list with these links. Applications open up now. So if you want to start on your phone, go crazy. And they close next Sunday at 6 p.m.
This Sunday.
This Sunday, yeah.
A week
No,
from
this
yesterday,
Sunday.
6 days from now.
Yes. September 26th. And yeah, we're gonna post links on Facebook. And yeah, if you go to our event page, or yeah, just if you can't find the link, reach out to us on social media, which you can do with Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. You can send us a message on LinkedIn if you want, or to our email. And if you want on the e-list, you can either email us or come up to us afterwards. You can write your names down and your email, and we can add you onto that. So yeah, that was our GIM. Thank you guys.
Woo! You have prepared a song. We're all gonna sing for you. Please say it out.
All right, before Jackson sings a song or people leave, we want to open it up to questions. Who has questions about JumboCode? You, right there in the black mask.
So once you're done with the project, like, is there any updating that y'all do, or like, how does that work out?
Is there any what?
Like updating, like keeping it, you know?
Yeah, I can speak to that because I'm already speaking. So once you're done with the project in like late May, early June, or hopefully at the end of the school year, so a little different for every project, there's like a process of handoff where you will give all of the accounts, all of the credentials, all of like the things that manage the app over to your client. Maybe sit down with your client in a meeting and go over like, these are all the pieces of your project that we built, and that's a little bit about how they work. So the contracts that we have with clients say that at the end of the year, when you all are done working on the project, that's when your responsibility for the project ends. So if clients have ongoing maintenance needs or need updates, we would encourage them to like reach out to other outside development teams. That doesn't mean that we have never done that in the past, though. Sometimes clients reach out to us with like little updates, and we do take that on for them. Yeah, does that answer your question? Awesome. You next to the person I just called on the red mask.
Yeah, sure. How big are the project teams going to be?
10 to 12 members. We're deciding that this Wednesday.
Including PM and tech leads, like all in all.
Yes. It is up to your individual project manager on your individual team, whether they want to split developers up into front end or back end. If you are a person who wants to work on just front end and front only about that, I'm sure whoever your project manager is will be happy to accommodate you on whatever your interests are.
Or if you're a person who's like, what does front end mean? What does back end mean? That's also cool.
Absolutely. More questions? Just with everything you have in the back.
What will be the like weekly time commitment?
4 to 5 hours, and important thing that we somehow forgot to mention, we meet every Sunday as a full club at 7 p.m. I believe.
Is that true? I think that's
It's
true.
right.
I think it's 7. I'm gonna find out right now while I take the next question.
To clarify, 4 to 5 hours for devs, a little more variable for designers because designers work at very different paces.
Okay, our Sunday evening hack nights are at 7 p.m. like Sonia said. Every Sunday night is full club.
Full club.
club, yeah.
Yeah. Other
And the
questions?
rest of those hours are with your team.
Yes, that's correct. So yeah, probably 4 to 5 hours within your team per week and 1 hour as a full club per week.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Are we gonna get one of those shirts?
That is to be determined.
Dubious. Wait, what was it? Sorry, what was that?
Whether they
Yeah.
get one first.
If we get a lot of money.
I did a little like magic 8-ball, ask again later.
Yeah.
Honestly, it depends on if we're allowed to serve food, because currently we're still waiting to hear back. Last year, obviously, we were not allowed to do that. If we're not allowed to serve food, then all of our monies for pizza can go to monies for sweaters. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yes. It's a solid maybe, but you should apply for JumboCode with the expectation that you will get a shirt if that sways your decision.
Question from the chat was, can you apply to both designer and developer?
Yes,
Oh,
you
yes, you
can.
can. Thank you. Questions from
You
the
will
chat?
not actually get both. You will get one, either one or none. But you cannot be both a designer and a developer, but you definitely can apply for both.
Yes,
We apply for multiple projects.
you can apply for multiple projects. In fact, you cannot apply for only one project. Is that correct?
Yep.
When on the application, it's one application for every project, and you will rank in order of your preference which projects you want to work on. You are not guaranteed to work on the project that you rank as your most favorite project. But I think people usually end up in the top few that they rank.
Yeah, like I could, as a former PM, like you don't want people on your project who like absolutely hate your project. Like it is definitely a plus if you're passionate about the project. There's also a field after the ranking question where you can like add, it's optional, but if you would like to add in extra details about a project or two that you were extra super passionate about, or a project that you like absolutely will not stand to work on, you can add those. Tell the board to take a photo of the GIM. Thanks, Theo. Does anyone want to take
I
a
put
photo?
it
I'll
into
take
the
a photo,
Zoom
yeah.
chat.
Anyone else have questions?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm a terrible programmer.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm bringing down the entire organization with my.
You won't.
You won't.
We all
I'm sure
suck.
I won't do that.
Every team will have a diversity of experience levels and like ranging all the way from like, I have never looked at a computer before in my life to like, I created the JavaScript language. Like every team will have like a full spectrum of people. And a lot of the point of JumboCode is to educate students and teach you. We're gonna have workshops where you're gonna learn about stuff. Your team is gonna teach you about stuff with your tech lead and your project manager and other students. And the way that you're gonna go from being a terrible programmer to being a brilliant programmer is by joining a JumboCode team and learning all about it.
Can I add something?
Yes.
One thing as well, I hate to talk about it, but realistically, we literally cannot accept everyone. We just don't have the bandwidth to do it. But we are like making a super big effort this year to have all sorts of workshops and events for everyone, like the entire community, literally anyone who is interested, not just if you were on a JumboCode team. So in the event that you end up not on a team, there will still be so many ways for you to get involved and stay in the community and develop your skills, even if you're not working on a project.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like,
Is
we'll
it?
fill out acceptances, make sure people accept though.
I don't think it is.
Like, what is, hold on. I don't know. So so the way the process works, so you apply, the short answer is like, not really. So if you apply, then the PMs will review your application. You will either be put on a team or not put on a team. If you are not put on a team, you will receive a notification saying, we're so sorry, we love you anyway, but also you're not on a team, get involved in other ways. Or if you were on a team, you will receive an email from your PM saying, congrats, you're on my team. Please let me know that you actually still want to be on my team. So that is like your opportunity to be like, actually turns out my semester is going to be hell and I can't commit to this. So you will be given a chance later on to like recommit. Ideally, we would love the answer from everyone to be, yes, I would love to do this, but we understand sometimes things happen. So you will have a chance to confirm or deny your position.
If you apply and we accept you, we're not gonna like come to your house and force you to do it.
Yeah, I misheard the question, but also application tips. Mark as many projects as you're interested in highly, because then, you know, more PMs will like you back. And also, like, we truly, or rather the PMs who are reviewing this truly don't care as much about experience as they do about your personality coming through in the application, because you're working with these people for a year and you guys get close. So just be yourself and be fun. And those are the tips that I have.
Yes,
Anyone else?
go for it.
Weird question, are signups first come, first serve, or do you guys have to do it?
Signups are not first come, first serve. So all of you are gonna apply. Every single person in this room is gonna apply between now and Sunday at 6 p.m. On Sunday at 7 p.m., all of the people who you saw up here talking and presenting are gonna get together and look through your applications. And then in the coming days after that, we will let you all know. And it's not first come, first serve. And like people have said before, nor is it experience-based. We're not accepting people who are brilliant programmers above people who aren't. We're accepting people from all over the range, and regardless of whether they applied 5 minutes before it was due or applied or you've already applied sitting here right now.
If it's like not based off of like experience, what is it based on?
That's a really good question. It is based in large part off of like whether you come off in your application as like being passionate and driven and someone who's going to like contribute a lot to the team. We want to hear from people who
Want to help their community and give back.
exactly.
And want to like learn to code. I'll also add, okay, so guys, I come from a theater background, and my old director always used to say casting is like putting together pieces of a puzzle. And I think it really applies for JumboCode teams, because like it does not make sense to hire all of the people who invented JavaScript because no one learns anything. It also doesn't make sense to hire an entire team of people who've never touched a line of code in their life. So like to Luke's point about hiring across the entire range of experiences, those are like the pieces of a puzzle. So you might have no experience, you might have lots of experience. Obviously we look at it, but that's not what we make our decision based on. We really do like want people who care and are excited and will not flake on us 2 weeks into the semester, and will be really enthusiastic about working together on a team to create something really cool.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah.
First link to the program development,
It's not working.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna check it right now.
We'll get right on that.
Does anyone else have questions?
You're right, it's not working. Okay, it should be developer full word instead of dev.
The JC developer 2020.
Yes,
So take the picture again in about 3 seconds.
yes, take the picture again.
Question over here. Yes, you.
Will the meetings be like in person, or is it all gonna be over Zoom?
That is up to the project manager and the rest of the team. If everyone's comfortable meeting in person, then I'm sure the project manager would rather do that. If anyone is not comfortable, then, you know, that's going to be the conversation with you and your team. As a club, we don't force people to show up, but obviously it's a super fun time, and it is, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It is, we expect, I keep thinking accept. We expect that you show up to the general meeting.
Yes. More questions. We love answering those.
I'll say one question I saw in there was, what are the rules about commenting? I'm gonna assume that means comment in code. It is up to your PMs and tech lead. Basically, don't make your code hideous, if that answers the question for whoever asked about commenting in the chat.
If there are more questions in the Zoom chat that we totally overlooked, I tried to look through and it seemed like we answered everything. If your question in the Zoom chat was not answered, please type it again and I'll answer it. Yes.
You talked about